What's up, Aquarius? Welcome to your reading. There's like a whole concert, marching band outside my window, so hopefully that's not too crazy. I think my mic should cancel it out some. But they're your background music. They're just really your hype man right now. We have the Strength in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse, the Magician in reverse, Three of Swords in reverse, Queen of Cups, the Devil in reverse, and Nine of Swords. On the bottom of the deck, we have King of Pentacles in reverse. So you're definitely in a space where you're exiting out of, you've been surrendered to heartbreak, but you're really in a, really full space of love right now. Like, your heart space is very open, which is, well, I guess it's not that surprising because you're definitely on the other side of this heartbreak, but still, your love is busting right now. Like, you're here with your Queen of Cups is like the most love you can have. It's really like 100% vulnerability, open heart space. Yeah, this connection from your past that left you in heartbreak, we have the devil showing up with it. And so there was definitely some illusions at play, some form of deceit. But it was a very, there was a lot of love in this connection, though, with the Strength and the Page of Cups and the Magician. It was definitely, it was a magnetic love. It, really drew you in. It was kind of like you had no choice but to, dive into that. And, yeah, we have Nine of Swords, too, which just reaffirms, you're still processing this on a certain level, but you definitely are on the exit of it. And what you don't see coming is this King of Pentacles in reverse. It's like on your horizon is this huge unlock in terms of your finances and career, and an overall sense of success in life and just triumph, and feeling like you really made it through that. Clarify the Queen of Cups. I see that in this past connection, this person came into you really strong. Like, it was a really strong offer, and I feel like at first it felt like they liked you more than you liked them type shit, and you got really sucked in and let your guard down. Because it was definitely led by a lot of really magnetic power, but it definitely ended in pain for you and for them too. Page of Wands, Four of Pentacles, the World. You've been going through massive transformation in the self, and you're starting to unlock a lot, and you're reframing your desires. Let's go deeper. Eight of Swords, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You definitely have a lot on the horizon in terms of this focus that you're now bringing to yourself is really paying off. It's accumulating hella abundance for you. You're still kind of stuck in this cage of the mind at this time. I feel like there's still illusions in place here. What are these illusions? Are they connected to this devil, or is this Aquarius's own illusions? Clarify the Eight of Swords. Clarify the Eight of Swords. Justice. Justice wants to be brought to the situation. There's still, it's like, this is OV. This is a relationship, now it's from the past. But the thing is, there was a lot, you're kind of tied up in it karmically now, because this person wronged you in the way that they definitely weren't 100% vulnerable with you, and I feel like it was deeper than that too. I feel like there was a lot of deceit and lies in this situation, and y'all closed it, but it's like there's more energies to play out because justice, like balance, hasn't been brought to the situation yet. You've been doing what you've been meant to do. You've been focused on yourself and undergoing this massive transformation, and it looks like you really like you did that very efficiently and very like powerfully, because you're showing out as the Queen of Cups, which is like, as someone who was hurt this bad emotionally in the heart space, I would think it would take a lot longer to get to this point of Queen of Cups. Like, I would almost expect to see her in reverse, but you're showing out with Queen of Cups and the world upright. Like, you're in a very powerful place and you're not scared of your heart and like your emotions. I think because you have a really like solid, healthy view of yourself, and you know that like at the end of the day, this other person wronged you, and that was not on you. It was not a reflection of your heart space being in the wrong place. Like, you followed your heart, and you're not scared to follow your heart again going forward. How can justice be brought to this situation? Knight of Wands, the Wheel in reverse. There was a lot of really deep passion, like not only from you, but from this other person in this situation. They really did have a lot of love for you, and like y'all really, like y'all's chemistry was busting. Um, let's see. Nine of Cups, the High Priestess in reverse. You've been, so I think the way it looks is like it was kind of like you saw everything for what it was. You saw that all the illusions were at play, and that's when you exited this connection. You went through this transformation of the self, and you kind of exited before the energies could play out all the way, because it was like, you wronged me, I'm done, I'm out. And justice wants to be brought to this situation, and you're just now starting to like really like come back to it energetically. Like, you're starting to reflect on the connection, because I think right off rip, when it ended, it was kind of like too sore to really look so deep at. You kind of had to just like throw yourself into your own circle, and like I can see you've been unlocking a lot of abundance and like starting to move through your like career and finance pursuits, and that's done you real well. But it's like it's time to come back around to it and flush out these energies, and the universe is trying to help you do that, but you're somewhat still like, you're definitely surrendered to your emotions and allowing those, but there's this sense of intuition that you're kind of turned away from at this time. And the wheel, like, the energies are trying to come back into circulation to be fleshed out, and you're just kind of like paying no mind to it or really giving it the fair chance to do so, because this person really hurt you and you don't want to get sucked back in. But it's like, by turning away from it so harshly and being like, nah, I'm definitely not even gonna give them the time of day to like allow the opportunity to be sucked in, you're almost like running away from your own shit by doing that, and not allowing these energies to rebalance how they need to. What is our advice for Aquarius? What is our advice for Aquarius? The Moon in reverse, Nine of Wands, Four of Wands. I don't know, bro. This was a divine connection, but there definitely was a lot of like illusions and lies at play. I see you nurturing, though, this whole new frame of desires for yourself, like in a really healthy way. This is tricky because it's like this wasn't just a random person that deceived you, it was someone that your souls are really tied to each other, and like y'all simply have karmas to play out, like for both on both of y'all's behalves. It's something that type needs to happen, and it's gonna happen eventually one way or another. Ten of Wands, Four of Swords, Page of Swords. Yeah, you're in a space, like you're finally starting to surrender to a space of self-reflection about all this and almost like spiritual solitude. Because like I said, it was too fresh of a wound before. You kind of just had to turn away from it and be like, I don't think you ever thought you were really going to need to do the reflection because you felt like it was all on their half that they messed up. But you just simply are tied to it energetically. It does affect you, and it is something that you have to reflect through and process. And I don't know, I would ask yourself, like, I do feel like you're the victim in this situation, but it's like, was there any part you played in this? Is there any part that you can take responsibility and accountability for that will enable y'all to like find a peaceful way to like rebalance these energies? There's a new mindset that you're resisting. King of Wands, Six of Swords in reverse, Six of Wands. I think you and this person still have really like deep desires for one another because the wands are really showing out in this reading. And you definitely are at a new space of established boundaries, which is why I feel like it could be smooth and helpful for y'all to communicate if that's how it's playing out, if that's how you're feeling called to, because you can trust that you are not the same person that you were when you initially endured this heartbreak. Even though it feels like it wasn't that long ago, you've really made massive, significant transformation in a really short period of time. And you didn't fake that shit either. It's not like all talk and like now I'm here. It's like, no, you really like did something. You unlocked some shit really quick. It seems like it was just like one event, one thing that really like that was all you needed to like flip some switch, and you're a new person because of it. And I feel like you can trust these new boundaries that you've established for yourself to be able to. It's like almost like heading back into war or something, like, but you're well equipped to handle it and to move through it. And at the end of the day, it looks like you're being called to. I'm gonna go in with the Priestess of Light Oracle card. What do we got for Aquarius? What do we got for Aquarius? Angelic assistance, divine guidance, loving support. You're very well protected. You're very well protected. I don't think you got nothing to worry about in terms of like falling prey to this these same illusions again, or like getting sucked back into this toxic situation. You definitely know your worth, and you have like your guides wouldn't lead you here if it weren't what needed to happen, and if you weren't in a space to be able to like move through it with assurance that you're going to be grounded in your sense of self, keep this transformation. You're a very powerful presence. Like, I can feel like a very solid energy. Like, you know your worth. I don't think you ever like didn't know your worth, to be honest. It's just that like you didn't see through the illusions and the lies at first. But as soon as you did, like you you got up and dipped, and like that's really impressive considering like how much the desires and chemistry was busting here. And you kept your love through it all. You're a very, very strong spirit. That's a fact. I'm gonna go in with the Shaman's Dream Oracle cards. I don't want to take all these. Hold on. That's too many. Look at me dropping the shit everywhere. Nah, now they're all turned around. Okay, let's try this again. What we got for Aquarius? Woodwives, adaptability. I definitely feel that. That's like part of what makes you so strong is like you're the type of person that's like I feel like you've been through so many like fluctuating eras of life that you've grown like really you're just really flexible in the sense that you expect change. A lot of people they have trouble with change because they get really settled into something and then like it's like an object in motion wants to stay at motion, an object at rest wants to stay at rest. But you like you really figured it out at this point that it's like that's life. Life is change. That's the only thing that I can rely on is that things will change, things will transform, things will evolve. And you really clicked into that into a deep way that not many people ever do, I don't think, throughout their entire life. Like, so when these things come up, you're like so quick to switch gears. And you don't do it in a way that's like fake. You do it in a way that's really real. But still, I think this one kind of shook you because like you did have a lot of desire and love invested into it. And the way I know that it shook you is because you were able to, like, it's because you're just now really reflecting on it. Because, like I said before, it was too fresh earlier. It was too, like, it was putting you in too vulnerable of a space to really dive into it as soon as it happened. You had to separate yourself, and like now you're coming back to it and you're really resisting like engaging in any type of conversation or something. But we can't deny that this is like a Four of Wands connection. Like your soul feels called to it in a way. And I think at this point, it's really just feeling called back just to balance these energies out. But this person is really shook that you just like were able to disconnect that quickly, because that's kind of a rare trait in a human being. It's human nature to want to stay attached, to want to hold on. Like you were really you just know your worth so deep, and you've also been through so much like tough terrain in life and so many changes that it's like your nature by now to just pick up and keep moving and adapt. Wow. We have the Star, Knight of Cups in reverse, and Two of Cups. I gotta be real with you. This connection is really divine. It's definitely a soul connection. It's a soulmate cycle that you're playing through, and that's why it's not something that you're gonna be able to just disconnect and keep moving on as you have from so many other situations throughout your life. Like you were able to do that by habit this time, but it's coming back to like it needs to play out. Your intuition is guiding you there, your subtle senses, your connection to angels and the angelic realms. I can't make this shit up. This shit's divine. And with the Knight of Cups here in reverse, um, this person really wants to come back around to you and like make some sort of offer or provide some sort of apology. I'm not saying you're gonna take them back. It's a general reading. I feel like it might be different depending on each person and each situation, but it definitely feels like something's left here to be worked through. Um, and you're definitely resisting it, but you definitely feel it in your soul that it needs to happen. This person definitely wants to come back around, but they feel your barriers, they feel your new transformation, they feel all that energetically, that there's not really like room for them to do so, but they're definitely thinking about it and they're definitely wanting to. You're gonna you gotta do this how you feel moved and called to. Definitely trust your intuition, and you seem like you're in a very healthy space to be able to confront these energies. But you definitely feel like the type of energy that it don't matter, like I can't even tell you what to do right now, and I wouldn't try to. But I'm just don't shoot the messenger. I'm just relaying what I'm seeing. This is definitely a divine connection that I don't think you're going to be able to ignore and numb out and push away forever. Not saying that's what you're doing, but it's a little bit what you're doing because you had to. And I think that's been cool for the moment you've been moving through so that you could get on the other side of this heartbreak. But now it's like you're gonna have to clear this shit because otherwise it's gonna hang in your energetic field and disrupt your flow, and it's gonna block all this abundance that you're starting to unlock. I'm gonna get a couple angel words for you. Contentment, understanding, wisdom. It's tough. You're definitely being asked to be like the bigger person in this situation, and you're like, I don't have to. That's not fair. It's not really fair, but it's what the karmic cycles are needing. And you can resist it if you want, but it's gonna happen one way or another. That's what I got for you, Aquarius. I hope these messages resonated with you, and if they did, please like or comment or subscribe or whatever, so I know I'm hitting energies and I can continue to make more.